Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I am doing my BWB Phase 2, which is my Battle with Beelzebub Phase 2. And as I was cleaning, I stumbled across this, which was buried. It's actually a cat litter box. Made from an old cardboard box with a liner on it. And I don't know if you can see in there, but there's cat litter. I remember there was one time I scooped that box and found maggots inside. So that was probably why I had my BWB problem. And my green screen is bunching up here. Anyway, so this whole box, of course, is going out. You know, this is not going to sort anything, not going to try to salvage it. It goes. I'll get another one. And that's just one of those things. But because it's a large object that's leaving my house, I figured, you know, it's one of those things that might be important for me to illustrate. Is the very simple fact that as I'm cleaning my house, not everything I show in a video, not everything I sort from a box is what gets cleaned. This is a box. The whole box has to go, and that's just simple. But because this is my Phase 2, I, of course, have my 7 points. I have cats. I let them clean out the cat food cans. And my house is kind of filled with cat food cans because of it. So, more cleaning that I should do. And I go through 7 points. The first one being the reason my house was a mess is because I am depressed. I was injured changing a car tire for a fellow officer. This left a 5% bend in my spine. Being unable to clean up, my house was infested with flies, hence battle with Beelzebub, the Lord of the Flies. I was cleaning things up, and I wound up back in the hospital. While I was in the hospital, my house was left to my animals, and they made a terrible mess. So, 7 points. So yeah, you know, this is exhausting, and it's difficult, and I've hit something of a lull because I can't just sweep the next basket of stuff. I have nowhere to put the stuff I've sorted, and, you know, it's just, the stuff I'm currently dealing with won't sweep. It's too large. So I have to either pick it up by hand, and of course, you know, you're picking stuff up by hand all the time. That's part of this, but that is a really old sock, and I don't know where it came from. Oh well, laundry. But yeah, you know, it's one of those things about this is that I'm dealing with, you know, what I sometimes refer to as the lug, you know, which is the large amount of work I'm lugging around that I haven't completed. For like this channel, I'm actually supposed to be doing shorts, which are me reading my blog, Richard Reviews Everything. Okay, and the lug is the ridiculous amount of shorts, ridiculous amount of blog entries I haven't read. There's more than 1,000 of them. Several thousand. I think there's more than 10,000 of them now. And it's like, yeah, you know, if I sat here for weeks and weeks and weeks doing nothing but working on those shorts, I'm still not going to be able to get them done in a good amount of time. But it's like, yes, so the lug here is not only is it the ridiculous amount of stuff I have to clean up, but it's also the very simple fact that I have so many, like, I've got a lot of books that before I throw them out or before I donate them or whatever I'm going to do with them, I want to read them, you know? That's one of those things. I want to read them and I want to review them. So yes, that means there's a huge amount of space. Almost every book in this room is a book that I'm going to read, and then once I read them, their eventual place is not in this room. So if they were all gone from this room, I would have space to put all kinds of things. But I don't. And even then, I need to be ready to move. It's a looming threat in my life. I should be ready to pack up a U-Haul and be gone. So everything I have needs to be boxed in a box of some kind. All of my displays and all of my collectibles and everything I own should really be boxed up. And I should read as many of these books as I possibly can before that happens, because that means I can leave them behind. It's just one of those things. But yeah. So, just a note, I'm Richard.
Background courtesy of Photographs of a Mad Richard. Link in the description.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if all is going well, I should be surrounded by a horde of flies. They're not actually in the room with me, but they are flies that did actually live in my house and are now long dead. I used a combination of fly traps like this one, you can see it's covered in them, and actually cleaning up to get rid of them. It was a dark moment in my life. A life full of dark moments.
Rockin'! I'm Danger Ducky, and I'm telling you, it's time to comment, like, and subscribe, because it's the right thing to do. Yeah, that's right. This channel's awesome, and you should be a part of that. So, tell your friends, and rock on!